What do you know? It looks like Ashlee's fiance, Joe McCann, finally breaks his silence. We have a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, so pull up, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. So as you may know by now, Ashlee was allegedly laid to rest. That's a whole nother topic. We're going to talk about the funeral in a whole nother video. Before we even go there, let me be the first to tell you that there's a lot of lies going on right now. A lot. Shout out Forever Studios. See you in the building. Salute to everybody coming through. We're going to deal with, is my volume good? If my volume is good, the audio sounds good, guys, put a 1 and make sure you understand what sound good mean, because a lot of times y'all say it sound good and it don't. So I need to know that it actually sound good, right? There's a lot of stuff that we have to cover. So before we dive in, so it's good? Okay, appreciate it. Before we get into all this information that's out there, so I can break all of this stuff down, let me just call out this particular YouTuber as a fraud. Trent. Yeah, you know who you are. You working with the family, right? Yeah. I see you. What kind of man are you to go to a funeral to do content with your camera? This woman is dead. And you pulling up to the church with your damn camera, showing people obituaries. And does this make sense? We're going to deal with you accordingly in another video, because I know you a grifter. I don't know how much they paying you, but I hope it's worth it. If y'all following that dude, y'all better turn from that. Seriously. Any man that's going to pull up to Ashlee's funeral with a camera, talking about we live over here. Bro, you don't have no respect for yourself as a man. But we're going to deal with you. Those 2 videos you dropped, yeah, we're going to react to those videos, because I already know you a snake. If it was a public viewing, a public funeral, please explain to me, Trent, why you ain't tell the public the condition of how Ashlee looked. Talking about, I'm trying to be respectful of the family. F that family. I'm focused on justice for Ashlee. That family moving dirty right now, just like you. Because if it was a public funeral, everything in there is public. So for you to be hiding information, talking about, oh, Joe Budden was there and this person was there and all these people were there, but you don't want to tell us what's going down like it was a private affair, we're going to deal with you. That's right. Because I don't trust the family. I already told y'all from day 1. Day 30. You understand? The information you put out, Trent, You should have never did that. You gave me content for the next week or two. Just your videos alone gave me content for the next 3 weeks. So hold up. You mean to tell me Ashlee's mama and dad didn't even stand up to talk about their own daughter? That's because they know what happened to her. But we're going to save that for another video. Let's talk about this guy. The wonderful Joe McCann. Joe McCann finally breaks his silence. That's right. He breaks his silence. All of a sudden, like clockwork, right after Ashlee's funeral. And you know, Ashlee's body is not even going in the ground, gang. The whole funeral was fake. What's the point of having a funeral if her body is not going in the ground? You see, Trent, you should have never put out that information. You should have never did that. You made matters worse in this case. And I already know they paid you. Yeah. You know? Because the way you came in to that funeral thirsty for content. What's that damn rapper, man? What's this rapper that went against the other rapper from I think it's LA that made that song, They Not Like Us? The light-skinned rapper. What's that dude? Everybody was dissing him. What's this cat name? Because I don't really follow these rappers. But I remember it was some battle between Kendrick and Drake. This dude Trent comes to the funeral on day one looking like Drake. Then on day two, he come in with a suit, you know, a jacket and a dress shirt. Bro, stop it. You come there on day one like a rapper, then the next day you come in, you trying to dress accordingly. You played yourself. Like I said, we're going to deal with you, fam. I don't like how you moving, man. I really don't. I think you're a snake. I think you're an opportunist. You're worse than Tissa Tales. I was expecting Tissa Tales to do what you did. You not even from Jersey. You had a difficulty trying to pronounce certain places in Jersey. You know? You went all the way down to Jersey to a funeral when you're not even family just to get content to monetize to get a YouTube check. How disgusting. And you folks support that BS. Y'all supposed to turn that garbage off. As soon as you seen that dude come on live about live at Ashlee Jenae's funeral, turn that shit off. Turn that off, man. Because he's exploiting her, fam. He's exploiting her. Come on, y'all know. Y'all know already. The hell you look like pulling up to a funeral with cameras and everything set up? They doing Ashlee dirty, man. Everybody just doing her dirty. And now this guy pop up out of the blue, ready to give public statements. Let's check out what he had to say, gang. Because TMZ dropped the Kool-Aid, and based on what Trent said in his video, we're going to review that tomorrow. I was supposed to do it tonight, but I had to get some rest. I was working all day, man, just working all day on the yard, man, tired. But I got some rest, got back up, checked the computer, and saw some info about Joe breaking his silence. So I said, you know what? Let me go live about that, and I'll save the funeral situation for later on today, right? So now TMZ dropped some info about Joe. Now, obviously, you cannot see what I see here on the screen because it is reversed. But I'm going to read a couple of things so that you guys are up to speed on what's going on. It says influencer Ashlee Jenae Fiancé breaks his silence after being questioned by the cops. So now, first thing we have to ask ourselves is this: like, why all of a sudden is Joe speaking now after Ashlee funeral and everything has ended? Like, why? Why is he speaking now? Why is he talking now? You have to really think about this. Why is he even making statements now? For what? What's the point of doing that? It don't make no sense at all, you know? And it's all after Ashlee's funeral, not before Ashlee's funeral. No, let's do this now that Ashlee pretty much was laid to rest, so to speak. Now let's begin to talk and make noise now. Let's try to get the spotlight now. Right? So now let's go on and look at a couple of more information. It says Ashlee Jenae's fiance, Joe McCann, is speaking out for the first time following sudden death while the two were vacationing in Tanzania. Why are you speaking now? Why are you talking now? This doesn't make any sense, man. Makes absolutely no sense. It says Joe took to social media after not being heard from the investigation into her death overseas, left him without a passport, starting his message with, "There are no adequate words to describe the total devastation, emptiness, and shock I feel after losing my best friend, confidant, and fiance, Ashlee Jenae Robinson." And y'all believe that BS? Y'all believe that? Really? Let's go to the full letter. It's the full letter here, right? So now it says, Joe McCann, there are no adequate words to describe the total devastation, emptiness, and shock I feel after losing my best friend, confidant, and fiance, Ashlee Jenae Robinson. As a father myself, I am also heartbroken for Ashlee's parents, Yolanda Endress and Harry Robinson. Ashlee's death is an incomprehensible tragedy. Devoted fans knew Ashlee through her charismatic online persona, Ashlee, but the person I loved was Ashlee, a woman who embodied the virtue of compassion, empathy, kindness, generosity, and love, a nurturing presence. Ashlee cared deeply for the people closest to her, which to my internal gratitude included me. She fattened me up with her amazing cooking and had a great relationship with my kids each day. We shared both quiet moments of reflection and the many joys of being in love with each other. Ashlee was a loving soul, so much so that she called herself a lover gal as a homage to her Trinidadian roots, in which she took great pride. What Ashlee desired most was to become a mother and to raise a family together. There is no question that she would have been an amazing mom. Ashlee's talents extended well beyond her online persona, Ashlee Jenae. She was a creative genius, even writing, directing, and acting in her own short film. She was an incredible decorator, always making sure our home, our home, our home, our home. We're going to come back to that. Always making sure our home reflected the current holiday or season. Hosting was second nature to her, going above and beyond for the guests that we entertained. Ashlee also had an encyclopedic knowledge for music and encyclopedic knowledge of music, especially her favorite band, Aerosmith. She enjoyed techno and dancing, was learning to DJ, and could rap too. Ashlee was an angel who shined her light on everyone fortunate enough to be in her presence. There is no way to fill the unfillable void left by Ashlee's passing, and no way to make sense of this unfathomable loss. All we can do is carry on Ashlee's legacy of helping others and strive to live up to her virtues every single day. Ashlee, I love you forever. Joe. All of that was bullshit. AI generated. That entire message was an AI generated statement to be a soothsayer for the public, to gaslight the public. Everything. This entire thing was AI generated. That is not how a human talk after someone allegedly unalived themselves. You don't talk like this. This is not the way a man talk. Joe never reached out to the parents. Joe lived with Ashlee. So my question is, if Joe and Ashlee lived together, why the parents of Ashlee never went to Joe's house to look for him? And how come Joe is not telling us where's Ashlee's phone? How come Joe is not telling us where's the engagement ring? How come Joe is not telling us what the argument was about that led to her death? Why Joe isn't talking? Guys, when I tell you, this message from Joe is a coded message. We got to break it all down. You're only going to get this breakdown on Ringo TV. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Got 247, only 90 likes. So that means only 91 people like my content. The rest are just haters that are just watching in the clouds. So I'm saying, man, it's like Ashlee cannot get justice when the people don't support the work. This is why people like Joe is able to get away with what he did. It's because when you have people like myself that have been invested in this case, diligently working, it's like the people, they don't know how to back a creator that is on the front line putting in the work. And it's very frustrating, guys. Very, very frustrating to be putting in all these hours, dedication to solving this crime, breaking it down. And people view this stuff like entertainment. It's entertainment to people when a woman was murdered. And this man didn't give you no information on what happened. This doesn't make no sense. No sense at all. But let me do this. Let me go back to the we're gonna read more of this. Let me get back to the TMZ message. Let me get back to that. Right? So we read that part there. So it says, Joe continues to say, as a father, I am also heartbroken for Ashlee's parents, Yolanda Endress and Harry Robinson. Ashlee's death is an incomprehensible tragedy. But if that's the case, how come he never communicated with the family all this time? So much so that TMZ reported that the family didn't even invite Joe to the funeral. They didn't invite Joe to the funeral. And that opportunist ninja on YouTube named Trent, he basically said that TMZ tried to pull up at the funeral and was turned back by Ashlee's family. I think this is why TMZ dropped this info. I believe that when TMZ pulled up to Ashlee's funeral, they were there trying to seek information to find out what's really going on. And when Ashlee's family basically rejected them at the door, this is according to what YouTuber Trent said. He's a snake. Don't trust that dude. We're going to deal with him later on. Once TMZ was blocked and rejected, TMZ probably said, "Oh, you want to block us? We trying to help you guys." Really? So hold on, let me get this straight, fam. Hey, yo, Trent, you trying to tell me that the family of Ashlee blocked TMZ but gave you a pass? You exposed, bro. You ain't nobody compared to TMZ. Why in the world would a family give you a pass so you could be all up in the church, talking, doing content to get monetized? You made 2 videos, monetized to make money. You making money. You ain't even have the decency to turn monetization off. You're at a funeral, for crying out loud. So you're monetizing a funeral coverage. You're monetizing it to get cash. No honor. That's crazy. So now Trent want us to believe that Ashlee's parents basically rejected TMZ from entering the building, but allowed him in the building. Trent working with the family, y'all. That's right. Trent is working with that family, just like a lot of other people behind the scenes. You at a funeral and you're monetizing it? What kind of man are you, dog? What kind of man are you to be at a funeral, showing up with jewelry, Cuban links, looking like Drake? You came to a funeral dressed like a rapper on day one. Thirsty for clicks and views, thirsty for ad revenue, no respect for yourself, no respect for the family. You a straight sucker, dog. Talking all this garbage about, oh, yeah, I'm trying my best to respect the family. You ain't trying to respect nothing, bruh. You just after money, just like all these other grifters. You don't give a fuck about Ashlee. None of y'all do. I was expecting Tissa Tales to do what you did. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard me say Tissa Tales may pull up to that funeral with her camera. I was expecting her to do that. I didn't expect this ninja to do that mess. A dude, a thirsty ninja, going to a funeral with his cameras and his Rode microphones. You had your microphone all set up like you doing coverage at a funeral, dog. A funeral. You're at a funeral. I can't believe this, bro. This is why I tell you viewers, man, y'all be rewarding content creators that are doing horrible jobs. Y'all should have been stopped watching this dude. Once you seen him go live or do a recording at the funeral, at that moment, you're supposed to turn that crap off. Turn that crap off. Off. That's disrespectful to the max. To the maximum. No camera should be on. This clown, Trent, said, the family said, we don't want no cameras on in the church. We don't want no pictures taken. Well, Trent, I don't know if you got the memo, but if the family didn't want no cameras on, no pictures taken, please explain to me why the fuck you recording videos at the funeral, showing the background with the church, showing that part in that area of New Jersey where people's houses are, their privacy has been violated. You doxed families that are in their houses, right? Because if that's the church, the flyer has the address with the church, right? But there's family homes in the background. So now those families, right, their private property, their living space is in your video now, right? For the world. You had no consideration for anybody. You were just after money on YouTube. How sick could you be? We're going to deal with you accordingly. Your videos, the 2 videos that you made, Trent, it made you look bad, and it also made the family look bad because you, Trent, told us that everybody else was speaking in regards to Ashlee, but Ashlee's mother and father never spoke. Now you tell me, what parent that loved their child would not go up to the podium and speak? When my mom passed away, when my mama passed away, you had strangers that were in the church, strangers pulling up. People I didn't even know who knew her, they pulled up. I had to go up there and speak in front of a whole crowd, tears flowing. You know, other relatives went up there and speak. That's a time where people want to see who's who. You know, when we don't see certain people get up to talk in a funeral, bro, we fighting after this funeral. If I don't see you get up there and pay your respects and you don't want to speak no words, it's on and popping. You said, Trent, that the mother and father of Ashlee did not speak for their own daughter. You should have never said that. You should have stayed quiet, you know? But we're going to deal with you. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very passionate about this particular case. And a lot of these YouTubers, man, they think that they're giving you news coverage. It's not about covering the story for these people. It's about money, man. It's like money, money. That's it. It's not about justice for Ashlee. It's about money. That's it. So, moving on. It says, Joe continues to say, as a father, I am also heartbroken for Ashlee's parents, Yolanda Endress and Harry Robinson. Ashlee's death is an incomprehensible tragedy. Ashlee's family, Ashlee's fiance, solemnly adds, what Ashlee desired most was to become a mother and to raise a family together. There is no question that she would have been an amazing mom. Now, that stings even more because it's like Joe is saying basically that Ashlee could have been a great mom, but Ashlee allegedly took her life and Joe was the one that found the body. So that means that Joe is possibly the guy who killed her. And yet nobody is holding this man accountable right now. This man made a public statement after Ashlee funeral ended. He didn't even tell the public exactly what happened. You know why? Because his attorney now told him, make that statement. Joe's attorney told him to make that statement. Joe's attorney told him now is the time to make a public statement, because if you don't, it looks crazy. Now remember, TMZ reported that Ashlee's family did not invite Joe. That's kind of crazy because it was a public funeral, which means anybody can show up. So why would the family not want Joe there if they want answers to what happened to Ashlee? You get what I'm saying? But now Joe is trying to paint himself as a fiance who is mourning the tragic loss of Ashlee. He's trying to act as though he's hurt now. After all this time, guys, listen, most of you never heard of Ashlee. Some of you were fans of Ashlee. We've been covering this case for a while, guys. I think this is probably, I'm not sure if this is the 15th or 16th or 17th video I made on this case. And within all those videos, Joe never said a word. You know? Never said a word. But now he's acting as if though he's mourning. Now he's acting as if though he cares about Ashlee. That is what his attorney most likely told him to do. His attorney. His attorney most likely spoke to him and said, look, you're going to have to paint a different image of yourself. Your public image right now is horrible. Your public image of you, Joe, right now is a heartless, ruthless killer who never loved Ashlee. So what we're going to need for you to do to clean up your public image is you need to put out a public statement and act as if though you love Ashlee. There'll be people that will buy it. There'll be people that will begin to say, "Oh, that's so touching. I mean, I thought Joe was a monster. I thought he was an animal, but at least he cares about her. Yeah, Joe cares about Ashlee." And now you'll have people pushing that nonsense, and before you know it, now a GoFundMe is set up for Joe. Now all of a sudden, that's going to take care of legal fees and this and all this other stuff. Even though y'all said, and many people have claimed that he's rich and he's worth over 45 million. But all of a sudden now, Joe is mourning the loss of Ashlee. I don't believe that one bit. I believe this man is cold-hearted. I believe this man took Ashlee out and he'd been in hiding the whole time. Because here's the thing. If Joe, watch this. This is how I know that Trent, hey, yo, Trent, you viewing? You viewing? Allow me to destroy your credibility. Allow me to embarrass you further. In your video, you said that Joe is still in Tanzania, basically locked up with the feds over there, with the police. You a liar, because TMZ was able to show us that Joe is pretty much out and about and made a public statement on his social media. So if Joe is basically unable to talk, he's still locked down, whatever the case is, he won't be able to do that. He won't be able to do that. You see that? So that just destroyed your credibility. See, you're out there trying to report like you got the info, but TMZ shut that down because they got the info directly from the horse's mouth. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this case with Ashlee Jenae just took another turn. because Joe is now giving public statements, which mean he's feeling comfortable now. For some reason, Joe feel comfortable. He didn't feel comfortable before. This could be a play where the family did their part because, again, guys, I'm the only one on social media who's been telling you guys from the beginning that Joe and Ashlee's family are working together. A lot of y'all don't believe me. I keep telling y'all, both of them are working together like clockwork. Once the funeral finished, all of a sudden Joe makes public statements. He wasn't invited to the funeral, right? Which makes no sense, right? Because everybody want to see Joe show up. If listen, if Joe loved Ashlee with the words that he claimed in that message, he would have showed up at the funeral, right? Rightfully speaking, you would all agree that he would show face. But see, this is where a lot of y'all missing the point. I gotta explain it to you guys. It doesn't mean that you're slow or you're just not smart enough. I want to show you how manipulation works. Manipulation can affect all of us, you know? If you're not careful to understand the signs, you can be manipulated. Now, let me explain this to you. We all know that if a man loves a woman, he would show up to the funeral, right? That's what you would all agree. Why Joe didn't show up. But let me give you the play. The reason why Joe didn't show up and the reason why the family didn't invite him is to protect him from the cameras. Joe is worth a lot of money. He have a lot to lose. Ashlee's family understand that. So by them saying we didn't invite him, it gives him an excuse. It gives him an excuse of, I wanted to show up, but the family didn't want to accept me. So I didn't want to cause any further harm or hurt in that situation. So I would just rather not get involved. Even though there's been situations where we've seen funerals, high profile public funerals, where people that weren't invited showed up. You know what I mean? But this is all a play to protect Joe from the news media, from TMZ, from various other commentators, that the cameras are going to be out there. So people are going to be filming. And if they see Joe, it might be some sort of violence. It might be, remember, a lot of people are heated over this situation. A lot of people believe that Joe did it. Now, my question is, if the family denied Joe access to the funeral, does that mean that they believe that he killed Ashlee? Because if they believe that, they need to make a public statement. Ashlee Jenae's family need to come forward and say, look, we believe that Joe murdered our daughter. I haven't heard them say that. And because they haven't said that, it leads me to believe that they're working with Joe. Because they won't say the obvious that we all agree about. We all agree that Joe did it. A baby believes this. A dog would believe it too. Joe is guilty. Based on all the news we covered, that man found Ashlee's body. The hotel said that. How could he find it if he was in a different room? He was never in a different room. I'm the one who gave you guys all this information before all these other YouTubers began to take my words and make you believe that they got some information from Zanzibar somewhere. They were never separated. Why Joe is not talking about what they were arguing about? Why Joe is not telling people what happened in that room? And why that YouTuber named Trent, how come he ain't want to describe what Ashlee was looking like at the funeral? Could it be that Ashlee's body is not even at the funeral? Could it be that it was possibly a so-called closed casket? Could it be? Could it be a possibility that it was a closed casket, closed, meaning Ashlee's body wasn't shown. Could it be, gang? Could it be that Ashlee's body wasn't shown? Because if it's a public viewing, then anybody could have seen Ashlee. So why would Trent not want to describe to the viewers how Ashlee's condition looked? Remember, it was a public viewing for Ashlee, which means anybody could see her. So why he ain't describe her? I mean, if he's talking, might as well he just get with it and stop playing. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to make videos if you're not going to tell the public what went down. You had enough time to tell us Joe Budden was there, which opens another can of worms. Why Joe Budden was at the funeral? What's going on, guys? Was this a blood sacrifice? Do Joe Budden know what's going down? Was Joe Budden in some sort of relationship with Ashlee? Was Ashlee and Joe fighting because of Joe Budden? What's really going on? Because according to Trent, he said Joe Budden pulled up, had no security, nobody around, was just there by himself, just kind of laying in the cut, just chilling. Why? What made him show up? What's going on, people? Trent said some other celebrities was there, but he ain't want to tell us who they are. That's horrible journalism. That's horrible news reporting. So you mean to tell me key figures was at this place and you ain't tell the public who they were? What are you hiding, Trent? How much they paying you? How much they paying you? Because it's a public event. I mean, yeah, it's a public event. So anybody that show up, what's the deal? What are you hiding? Anybody that went there would know who was there. So if the viewers aren't able to go there and you were there and some celebrities were there, why you're not saying who they are? What's with all the secrecy? What's with this stuff? Why you hiding information from the public? This don't make no sense. You hiding key information from the public. Why tell us Joe Budden was there if you're not going to tell us how Ashlee looked? The condition of Ashlee. How did she look? Was she there? Did you really see her body? Or her body was never there? You said that Ashlee's friends were speaking. Who are these friends? Who are they? Anybody could say they're your friend when you're dead. Anybody. Heck, your enemies will come to your funeral. Your enemies will come to your funeral. Certain funerals, I just don't attend. I've heard of many funerals, guys, where people died and the enemies came to the funeral and shot the place up and killed more people. You have to be very careful going to funerals, especially when you got situations where you got the ops and you got other people that are pissed off with you and pissed off with other people. They end up coming to the funeral and take everybody out. I've seen situations like that, funerals that I was supposed to attend. And I say, you know what? I ain't going, bro. I ain't going to go. It's too hot. Because certain people died and these are street dudes. And I'm like, I don't think it would be wise to go to that funeral. And then later on in the night, I heard the news. 2, 3 other people that was at the funeral, they dead. And multiple people shot. That's how it be at funerals. Your enemies will show up. You know? So now Joe is basically playing the victim, guys. Joe is playing the victim. He's acting as if though he is mourning the loss of Ashlee. So that means all the YouTube commentators that are speaking against Joe we're all wrong. We're all bad guys for questioning Joe because Joe is a hurting soul. And watch this, gang. Watch this. Hey, yo, Trent. Hey, yo, holla at me, dog. Why in your video you were defending Joe? You were defending Joe in your video. Yes, you were. You think I don't remember? Remember that section of your video where you were like, Joe is a man who, could be mourning the loss of Ashlee? Yeah. Yeah. You remember that, right? Why you said that? Why you said that Joe is her fiance and he could be mourning the loss of his bride to be? Why you said that? You're defending Joe because y'all all working together. See, I already see you. I see right through you, dog. I already know the play. How many of y'all saw that? Because I know y'all watching Trent's videos. Because if you remember, guys, when I was doing the series, I said there's this other YouTuber, and it seemed like YouTube is pushing all his videos in regards to the case because he seemed to be working with the family, or YouTube is favoring him over other creators that are covering this case. I was talking about him. I knew something was wrong with that dude because YouTube was pushing his videos heavy, just pushing all the videos. And I'm like, this dude is not reporting on this news. It's like he's building, he's protecting people. He's going along with certain things. He might throw a little sauce in there to keep you tuned in. But the dude was defending Joe. I caught that. He was basically, it's almost like he's telling us we shouldn't be judging Joe because after all, that was her fiance and he's mourning the loss. Well, then who killed her then? Who killed her? Who killed Ashlee? Who killed her? So now we're supposed to feel sorry for him? So hold up, Trent. So Trent, the whole time you talking ish, now you want us to feel sorry for this dude? Bro, I would never feel sorry for this man, bro. Never. Where's Ashlee's cell phone? Where's the engagement ring, Joe? Joe, where her phone at? Joe, holla at me. Hey, yo, Joe. Yo, where's Ashlee's phone, dog? What you do with her phone? What did you do to her, fam? You choked her out? You trying to come online, trying to act as though you feeling sorry, like I just love her so much, fam. You never loved Ashlee, dog. You took her out, man. What's going on, Joe? Was it the organs? What was it? How much they paid you? Why you do it, man? Why you do it, Joe? Why you do that? A Trinidadian gal? This is what you did, man? Joe didn't tell us nothing about Ashlee's phone and her personal belongings. Where's Ashlee's personal belongings, Joe? What did you do with it? We need that phone, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't come talking to us with no public statements. Bring that phone. Bring Ashlee's phone. Bring her personal belongings. Bring everything. Because we know you got it. And you need to turn yourself in. Enough of the BS. Just turn yourself in and make it easy. Because we already know you guilty. You ain't changing none of our minds. You guilty. You've been away all this time. You haven't given no public statements, and now you got that YouTuber Trent defending Joe. Y'all shouldn't even be watching this dude no more. Once you heard him say that, turn that mess off, bro. Because a lot of y'all be thinking these YouTubers really care about Ashlee. I keep telling you they don't. Trent went to Ashlee's funeral and set up cameras, y'all. Like literally. Dude is a straight sucker, bro. I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all, man. To go to her funeral, set up your camera, and start recording. It makes no sense. Who does that? Who does that? Imagine, gang. Imagine your mama pass away and a YouTuber is at the funeral and you see them on the back by the side of the building with a camera. I'm punching them in the face. I'm punching you in the face, bro. For real. What that camera on for? That's no different than a dead body's on the floor and you filming, trying to go viral on YouTube. Person is bleeding dead. And here you are trying to do content. All you viewers that follow that YouTuber named Trent, his videos are monetized and the dude is at a funeral. A funeral, guys. A funeral. You're at a funeral and you're recording content. And you did 2 videos, part 1 and part 2. He was like, hey guys, I post the link to the first video. Y'all need to check it out. Make sure y'all hype my video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Let YouTube know. This guy was relishing in all of that mess for money. For money, guys. He don't care about Ashlee. For him, it's about getting that news story. And what's so crazy, he didn't really tell us nothing. Waste of time. On day 1, you come in looking like Drake. Second day, you come in, you trying to dress up to look appropriate. Bro, you played yourself. First impression is the best impression. When you went down to Ashlee's funeral, you had that chain around, that choker chain around your neck, which is kind of sus. That kind of chain that you were wearing, dog, it says sus. A man don't supposed to have that like that, dog. I'm just letting you know. That is sus. But for you to go down there looking like Drake on the first day, that shows that you didn't have no class because you didn't dress accordingly. You didn't take the time to dress proper. You did on the second day is when you got a reality check, then you came in there trying to look appropriate. You embarrassed yourself, fam. You embarrassed yourself. And your viewers shouldn't even be supporting you for going to that funeral. See, I told you guys that I only attend funerals of people that I care about. People that I got love for. If I don't got no love for you, I'm not going to your funeral. I'm not. For what? What am I going there for? I don't care about you. I have family members that I don't have relationships with. Sometimes cousins, they contact, yo, bro, hey, so-and-so dead, man. Hey, the funeral gonna be so-and-so and so at so-and-so. You going? No. You're not going? No. Why not? I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't have a relationship with them. See, here's the thing, fam. I'm not fake. I'm real. I like being real. And I would be hypocritical to show up to somebody's funeral when I don't even care about them. Would you want me to show up to your funeral if I don't care about you? Like, that don't make no sense. And it's like people, they get mad at me for being real. If I got love for you, I'm going to shed tears for you. You know what I mean? How many of you ever had a dog that died? A cat that died? And you shed tears for your animal friend, your animal, which was your family. Come on now. You cried. Some of you brothers that had a dog, you had this dog for years. The dog died of old age or the dog got sick. That was your best friend. You shed tears for your dog. You shed tears for your cat. Why? Because you love the animal. You know? So I can only attend a funeral if I got love. This dude, Trent, he went to Ashlee's funeral and he's not even family. You're not even family. And I'm not saying only family could go, because she could have some fans that really, really liked her and grew to like her and have, like, they feel like they had a personal relationship with her. And they came there probably to pay their respects. That's cool. But for Trent to go there, he didn't know Ashlee. He didn't even care about it. He went there for content. He went there for content. I already told y'all that YouTuber's a liar, a grifter, just like the rest of them. That's why they keep getting mad at me when I call them out. Because when I call out these YouTubers, man, they start crying, they get mad. And somebody had told me in my comments, have y'all noticed when I had called out the African woman, Fumi? Remember I was saying how she was selling these t-shirts, doing the Ashlee videos? She'll have no respect. She'll start the video off putting the promo with the shirts in the beginning, but then go into the news stories about Ashlee. And I was like, this woman is literally marketing and promoting products and services off of the death of a woman. And somebody came in my comments, was like, yo, you ain't noticed her last videos, bro, about Ashlee? She didn't put that advertisement in the video. You know why, gang? Because she's watching me. These YouTubers are afraid of Ringo TV because they know I'm real. I'm going to expose them, and it's going to mess up their bottom line, which is that paper. That's why they get nervous. You have a couple of these content creators, they'll be talking about me, talking smack. They get no response from me. I don't respond to idiots, right? I just let them promote my name. But these YouTubers that are grifters, that are not really following the case accordingly, I'm calling them out. Trent, you next. We're going to deal with you accordingly. I'm going to make your viewers know that you're a fraud. I'm going to make your viewers know that you defended Joe. You were defending Joe in your video. You threw a curveball, subliminal message, trying to make us feel sorry for Joe. In other words, we shouldn't be judging Joe because Joe is mourning the loss. You were the one who said that. I heard you say that before I saw the TMZ message. So let's kind of put this together. Could it be that Trent already had information about the TMZ message, or let's just go a step further. Trent already knew about Joe's public statement. I would go as far to say that Trent already knew. Let's move TMZ out the way. Let's think logically. Why did Trent say what he said? Why did Trent say that Joe is possibly mourning the loss of Ashlee too? Why would he say that? Because Trent also saw the public statement that Joe put out. Do you see that? Because a lot of times YouTubers, they see the things that Joe do, but then they didn't make a video about it. But they subliminally were influenced by it. So they're like, wow, that statement that Joe put out, it looked like he's mourning the loss too. So we can't really fault him or try to judge him, because so then who murdered Ashlee? Who did it? Who did it? And where's the cameras, Joe? Joe, are you innocent? Joe McCann, We calling you out. Are you innocent? Are you innocent? Did you murder Ashlee Jenae? Simple question to Joe McCann. Joe McCann, did you murder Ashlee Jenae? Yes or no? Joe McCann, what happened that caused you and Ashlee to fight? Because if Ashlee allegedly took her life, something happened. What happened? What happened? And why you took so long to tell the parents about Ashlee? Why? And shout out to everybody coming in. I see people saying greetings. Appreciate everybody showing up. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. We got 400. Now watch this. We got 422 people viewing. Only 200 likes. I keep telling you guys, in order for these videos to reach the world, you have to support the show. You have to hit the like button. I don't know why y'all keep doing me dirty. I don't know why. What is it about me that make viewers not support the shows when I'm providing you the best content? Nobody's providing this for you. All these YouTubers do is lie to you every day. They gaslight you every day. They give you a bunch of garbage every single day. When I do my content, I am speaking from the heart. I am sincere and I'm passionate about what I do. And I tell you guys all the time, hit the like button. That is what makes the videos reach people. When you don't hit the like button, you're telling YouTube that his video is not good and you don't want nobody to see it. Well, if that's the case, why are you here watching? If you don't want nobody to see my content. Because all these other grifters on YouTube, they're being rewarded. They're getting 80,000 views on each video, guys. 80,000 views, and they're lying to you? My videos should be getting 80,000 views. I'm telling you guys the truth. I'm breaking these things down. I'm solving this case right before you. We got Joe coming out with public statements now. You know why? Because it's hot right now. He know his time is coming. He know that by the family doing what they did, now the clock is ticking. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And see, I already told you guys in my videos, and it seems like the family is following the words that I already said. And Trent, you stole my content. Trent is another one that stole my material too, y'all. Remember I told you guys why the family is burying Ashlee, why they want to go rush the funerals. They need to preserve the body. They need to do this. They need to do that because the body has all the clues for the investigation. Trent did a video and he was like, yeah, I don't think that the family should, bury her because, the body has, clues and it could be useful for the investigation. I'm like, bro, I can't with these YouTubers, bro. It's like anything I say, they say the same thing. And they getting the info from me. And they don't even say, well, yo, I saw Ringo's video. He put out some great content. They don't even acknowledge that they heard me say this stuff 1,000 times. Nobody should be rushing to put Ashlee underground. This whole funeral is a play. It's a ritual. People coming in dressed in white. People coming in dressed in black. It's a ritual, a Masonic ritual, y'all. Listen, gang, listen to me very careful. Ashlee Jenae funeral is a Masonic funeral. People coming in dressed in white and black. Do you understand? That is Masonic. The imagery is there. You ever see those Masonic symbols of the black and white square box type rooms? You ever see those tiles where people put tiles and they put black, white, and it's like all checkered, like a checkered style? That's Masonic symbolism. You understand? Ashlee was sacrificed, y'all. Joe Budden was there. Other celebrities were there. What are they there for, fam? That's industry related. Industry cats would not be there, fam. Something's going on. Something is going on, man. Something is going on. And here's another thing, fam. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this one? Ashlee wasn't even popular. Ashlee was not even popular. Ashlee became popular when she died. That's right. You want me to prove it to you? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to prove it to you. I'll prove it right now. I'll prove it right now. Put a 1 if you want me to prove it. Ashlee was not even popular. They hyped her up. She was not popular. She had a following, but she was not as popular as everybody claimed. Y'all want me to prove it? Okay. Let me prove it. Okay, let me do this real quick, gang. Give me about 2 minutes. Give me about 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. I'm gonna go get this receipt. I'm gonna go get 2 receipts and I'm gonna bring them back. Give me 2 minutes, guys. We'll do this real quick. Give me a minute, guys. I'm right here. I'm still talking. I just want to get off camera for a second so I could go do my research real fast. And I'm gonna pull this stuff up for you. Because when it comes to this content, I don't play around, guys. I don't play around. This is serious business. Right? So let me do this. Let me open up a new window and go get these receipts for you guys, because I take this work very serious and I don't like when people play games with the public. Ashlee was not this popular woman all over the world. No, wasn't the case. Let me see. Let me get this. Let me go here first. Let me check my history so I could go get these receipts and bring these things back to you. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, let me get this receipt first. Wait for this ad to finish. And again, guys, in the meantime, between time, hit that like button, guys, while I gather these receipts for you so that you guys can see the truth, right? Because it's going to shock you. It's going to shock you, and I have to make sure this is public so that everybody know the details. Let me see. Because when I saw this, I was like, what? Okay, let me do this. First screenshot. So we have this here. Okay, boom. Now let me go to Ashlee's Instagram. Going to Ashlee's Instagram right now. All right, the last receipt is Ashlee's Instagram. And then we could get back to the content. All right, Ashlee Jenae. Okay, now let's get this receipt. Okay, we got the 2 receipts. So now what I want to do, oh, I didn't even do that. Let me see. Let me go back because I want to get the timestamp. Let me go back, my bad. I want to get the timestamp. I got to go back to YouTube so I can get the timestamp. Once I show you all of this, guys, it's well worth it. Trust and believe that. I'm not going to let you down. Y'all know me. I bring receipts. I'm not going to disappoint. When I tell you I got the proof, I got the proof. Right? Okay. All right. So let me get this receipt here. So now I'm going to put all of this on the screen for you. And then we're going to put it all together. So let's see. All right. So this is PDF. That's the thing there. Okay. 20 more seconds, guys. 20 more seconds. All right. Got receipt 1, receipt 2, receipt 3. Okay. I think I got all the receipts. All right. I can come back on camera now. All right. Now, I back up everything that I say. I don't lie. I'm telling you the truth. Ashlee was not as popular as people say. She had a following, but she wasn't as popular as people are saying, where she was just all over the world and everybody. No. Now, first receipt that I want to show is let me see. Let's show this receipt here. Right? This receipt here, let me flip it. This was posted April 12th. This is a video that Willie D Live did on April 12th. April 12th. Did you get that? April 12th. Let me flip the image so you can see it, so you know I'm not lying, because I don't have no reason to lie to nobody. So now let me blow up the image so you can see it, right? So as you see, Willie D Live, right? You see the video date? April 12th. You see that? That's the video, right? So now watch this. Let me take this off and let's go to this image. Wait. Yeah. No, not that image. Not that one. That's not the one I want. Not that one either. This one. So now this is the same video from Willie D's video. Let's open this up. As you can see, that's Willie D there. This is the video here. Oh, hold on. Let me flip it. My bad. Whoops. Wrong flip. I flipped it the other way. Got to flip it horizontally. Okay. We should be good now. So, as you can see, that's his channel, Willie D Live. That's the same video. Ashlee Jenae found dead. So now watch what Willie D did. Willie D took a screenshot of Ashlee's Instagram right around when she had passed, right? Like a little bit before. Remember, she passed on the 9th, and he did a video. I want you to see her Instagram. He took a screenshot of her Instagram, right? It's good that he had it in the video. You see that? On April 12th, he published that video. So he probably recorded the video on the 11th because he uploaded it on the 12th. So he probably recorded, edit, upload. As you can see, Ashlee had 74,000 followers on her Instagram. You see that? 74. Only 50 posts, 74,000. Right? And it says she followed 1,150 people, 74,050 posts. Now, let's look at something here, because we have a problem. We have a serious problem, guys. Y'all ready for this? Only on Ringo TV, guys, will you get this information. Hit the like button. Support the work that I do, guys. Because what I'm about to show you, no YouTuber is showing you. You're going to see them copy me. Now, before we go into that, I want you to look at details and clues. Watch this. Watch this. To the person that says joy, popular to me, it would be best for you to just zip it so I can speak. Because one thing I don't like is when people speak and I didn't even get to my point. Right? Popular to you, because she has 74,000 followers, that doesn't mean you're popular. Because when I'm done, then you'll understand. Please pay attention in class so that you can hear the conclusion of the matter first. Now, I don't like when people jump ahead of me. I hate when people do that. So now, you see Ashlee Jenae, 50 posts. You have 74.5K followers. But now there's a clue that a lot of y'all miss. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Give me a minute. Let me see why this thing is doing this. Okay. Let me see why this thing is doing this. This thing is bugging out. Let me make it smaller. Okay. Oh, I was doing it wrong. All right. Notice that. She's following 1,150 people. Ashlee was following guys, according to this brother's video, Ashlee was following 1,150 people. Ashlee was following. She was already dead. But now watch this. Watch this. This is Ashlee's page, guys. This is Ashlee's page right now. Why on Ashlee's page it says the following here? Watch this. Why on Ashlee's page it is saying that she's following 1,149. Only on Ringo TV you're getting this kind of investigative news reporting. Nobody else ain't doing this. Somebody tampered with her phone. She was already dead. Only she can unfollow. What's going on? Guys, Ashlee was following 1,150 people. Only she can unfollow them. But she was already dead. Who touched her phone? Exclusive Ringo TV content. Somebody was on her phone. Hey, yo, Joe. Hey, yo, Joe. What's good, bro? Hey, yo, holla at me, dog. How is it that Ashlee's phone was tampered with? Ashlee was dead already. You see that? Again, guys, let me bring up the receipt. Watch this. You see this? Let me do this. Give me a minute. Again, Willie D Live's video. The receipt from Willie D Live's video. From April 12th. Remember, Ashlee was already dead April 9th. That's when it had been reported that she was dead. Come on now. She was already dead. And now keep in mind, I see some of y'all saying Joe is in the chat. If Joe made a post claiming that all this stuff about how much he loved Ashlee and all this stuff, why would he be here talking ish? Incriminating himself even deeper. Does that make sense? It makes sense. How come Joe is in none of these other YouTubers' pages, but he's only following me around? Why is it that Joe have time at 2:45 a.m. in the morning to be following me around? Because I'm the only one speaking the truth. Now, check it out, guys. Willie D Live's video was published on April 12th. And that's the video with the info that I got here. You see? That's the screenshot from his video that showed that Ashlee had 74.5K followers. Now that Ashlee is dead, and gone, you know, Ashlee have 156K followers. And that is what the news was reporting, that Ashlee have over 100 and something thousand followers. She was already dead already. She gained those followers after dying. Guys, anytime you die, you get popular. Her popularity grew because of her death. She was not as popular as you think. She had a following of people that were fans, but if Ashlee was as popular as you claim, why at the funeral none of those people showed up? Kevin Samuels was mega popular on YouTube. When he was dead, nobody showed up. If you want to be popular or think being popular is a good thing, it's not. I don't like being popular. I don't like that. I don't like the attention. I don't like none of that type of stuff. I don't like if I'm out and about with my family and everybody's running at me. I don't like that. And it happens from time to time. Somebody recognizes me in the street and they might come up to me or whatever the case is, but I don't like the attention. I don't like it at all. I like my privacy. Right? But as you can see, when she died, she earned 150K. Now, why are these crazy people following her now that she's dead? This is crazy. Who's following people when they die? What are they expecting, an upload? When she was here, look, when she was here, she had 74,000 followers. When she was here. You see that? 50 posts. Now, hold up. Wait. Let me go back. Wait a minute. I didn't even look at that. Okay, so all her posts are intact. They didn't unfollow. So somebody tampered with Ashlee's phone, guys. Somebody tampered with Ashlee's phone once she died. Again, she had 50 posts, 150K, 56K followers, but look at her following. That's the part that all of you got to pay attention to. Pay attention to that, guys. That's the part we need to pay attention to. Ashlee was originally following 1,150 people. Somebody removed one. Somebody tampered with Ashlee's phone after she died. Look, following, before she died, when she was already dead, guys. This was on Willie D's video, Willie D's live video that he published on April 12th. Ashlee Jenae's platform had 75.4 followers that was following her. She was following 1,150 people. She was already dead. That's where it was stuck. But all of a sudden, once she passed away, now she's following less. Somebody touched her phone, guys. Somebody removed somebody. Hey, yo, Joe, holla at me, dog. Ringo TV solved the case. You touched her phone. Somebody was on her phone and you tried to remove them. You blocked somebody. You went on Ashlee's phone, Joe. Joe, you went on Ashlee's phone. Nobody else could touch her phone but you. Willie D's video got the receipt that we need to crack the case. Joe McCann touched Ashlee's phone. I should have 1,000 people watching this show. I should have 1,000 likes on this video. I just broke information to the web that nobody's talking about. Give me my flowers. And stop hating. Because you're going to see all these YouTubers running with my work. I'm doing the work, cracking the case. What happened, Joe? Why you unfollowed somebody from Ashlee's phone? Who was the person that was removed? Guys, didn't I tell you that Joe got Ashlee's phone? Didn't I tell you? He got access to her phone, y'all. Look, again, go back to the receipts. That's where it was. On April 12th. Listen, on April 12th, when Willie D made his video, April 12th, Willie D made this video, and he had a screenshot because he was reviewing Ashlee's page while doing his video, looking at her photos. And while doing that, right, on her page, it showed that she only had 74,000 followers. She didn't have all the hundreds of thousands of people following her, right? See? Ashlee Jenae. That's her. You see? He had a screenshot of her page showing her pictures and stuff like that. That's what he was showing us. He was showing us these things. I'm trying to give you a glimpse of what I'm seeing on my computer here, right? See, look, this is the screenshot from his video showing her page. You see that? And that's on his video titled Ashlee Jenae found dead abroad and her fiance's story isn't adding up. You see that? So now, that's where I got that receipt from to put the clues together. Because when I saw that screenshot, I was like, hold up. So Ashlee didn't really have a bunch of followers like that as she do today. But we just discovered on this live while streaming that somebody unfollowed someone from Ashlee's page. And we want to know why Joe did that. Because only Joe can have access to Ashlee's page. You see that? 50 posts, 74K followers, and she was following 1,100 people. So now, if Ashlee was already dead on the 9th, she was dead on the 9th, Willie D uploaded his video on the 12th. Please explain to me, guys, why is it that on Ashlee's page, hold on, let me get the receipt. Why is it that on Ashlee's page right now, it says 1,149 following? What's going on? Somebody removed somebody from her page. Somebody's tampering with her page, guys, and it's Joe McCann. He needs to be in prison right now. He needs to be in prison. Yeah, another Kevin Samuels situation. Yo, Joe, you're busted. To the FBI in the United States, y'all need to get on this case ASAP. Listen, I'm cracking the case, and I'm not even the FBI. I'm doing better work. I'm solving all these things. There's a crime taking place here. To anybody that's in law enforcement, anybody that's in the FBI, y'all need to get involved and crack this case, because I'm showing you guys nothing but evidence and proof. This woman was already dead on the 9th. It was made public to the news media that Ashlee Jenae was pronounced dead. And now somebody removed someone from her phone, from her page. Nobody could have access to her Instagram unless they got her cell phone. And who would be that suspect? Joe. So to the feds, to anybody that's in law enforcement, anybody that's in a high position in life, y'all need to get this thing popping. Joe McCann is guilty. I don't even have to say alleged. I don't have to say none of that stuff. That man have access to her property. That woman is dead, and somebody removed this woman. Somebody removed what a person she was following. This is crazy. And I'm the only one showing you guys this. So to everybody that's viewing, if you see any other YouTuber copying my work, like I always tell you guys, call them out on their BS and unfollow them if you don't hear those people reacting to my videos. Because what they should be doing is they should be reacting to my videos. You see, like how when people play other people's videos and they react, that is what they're supposed to be doing when they see my work. But they don't do it. They'll take what I already told you guys, they'll go find all the different receipts, and then they'll go to their platform and they'll start acting like they put the puzzle together, copying what I already did, rather than showing me love by reacting to my videos so that their viewers know who I am and give me my proper just due credit for my research. So when you see it, because you will see people do this. They're gonna steal this. So to all you folks that are viewing, once you start seeing the stealing and the lies and the manipulation, don't give them your views. Just unfollow them and remain at Ringo TV, because I'm the source giving you the information. Don't take no secondhand info. It's one thing if you follow a creator and they're reacting to my video and you see them reacting to my video and they're like, hey guys, I got a great new video today, new Ashlee Jenae update. We're going to review this video by Ringo TV. Man, he found something that was really interesting. Let's react to his video. They play my video and they're giving commentary and criticism. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. If they do that, rock with them. Why? Because they're being fair and balanced. They respect my work and they're giving me my flowers, and their viewers are knowing who I am. So it's a win-win situation. But if they take what I'm showing and they go to Willie D's video, find the receipt, go to Ashlee's page, get the receipt, and here's all the channels that you need to look out for when it comes to this grift. Look out for Fumi to steal this idea, this information from me. Sheba, look for her to steal the information from me. Trent, look for them to steal the information from me. And others, look for them. I'm calling out those names so that you guys can know who are the grifters. Those folks are grifters. They're fake. All they do is copy people. Right? So now that we got that out the way, let's get back to the content of Joe's message to the public, because clearly Ashlee's phone was compromised, guys. Ashlee's phone. Now, before we continue, wait a minute. Let me do something else. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me do something else, gang. Let me do this, because I didn't check it. I didn't check this. Let me see. Give me a minute. Okay, it's still intact. I wanted to make sure her caption was the same, that nobody changed her caption. So, based on the receipts, gang, based on the receipts, Ashlee's social media was tampered with by an outside entity, right? Hold on. Ashlee's social media was tampered with, as you can see. Her social media was tampered with, guys. This is sad. Real, real sad. Somebody unfollowed a person from her page. Somebody have access to her phone, y'all. Listen, we need some people in the FBI to get on this case, bro. Y'all not gonna cover this one up. Not when Ringo TV is on the case. Guys, I'm putting out so much information. I don't know why people are not arrested right now. I don't know why. What's taking this so long? You know? This is crazy. Now watch this idiot. This person says, you say you don't want to be popular, so why they acknowledge you? See, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Do you know what popularity means? I don't care about being famous. What I care about is you respecting my craft and my work. If I do a job, I expect to be credited for my work. That's my livelihood, dumbass. You understand? I don't care about being popular. I don't care about being famous. Y'all can keep that. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all saw the movie Wishmaster? Put a 1 in the chat. Wishmaster. How many of y'all seen the movie Wishmaster? The episode was when the mob boss was sitting with his crew, and the Wishmaster pulled up with the Russian guy, and basically it was like, make your wishes. He was telling the guy, make your wish. Is there something you want to wish for? Is there something that you need? And he was like, fame, money, power. He says, fame, I don't need. How many of y'all saw that episode where the mob boss was like, fame, I don't need? You don't care about no fame. Who cares about that? I don't care about being famous. What I care about is people respecting my work. My work is my work. That's my intellectual property. That has nothing to do with being famous. So to that person who posted that comment, you're a dumbass. You don't even know what being famous is about or being popular. I don't care about that. Now, let's get back to the content, guys. For those of you that are new, Joe McCann published something on his social media, and we want to break it down because it's something that I feel that he used AI to make. You know, that's what I feel. I feel that that's what it is, guys. Let me see. Somebody says they also took down off her page her investment line. She had that was noted. They took off her investment. I think it was, no, you're wrong. Because all her posts is accounted for. She had 50. Nothing was taken down. You must have heard that from some other YouTuber that lied to you. Because the video by Willie D shows the receipt from April 12th. She had 50 posts, and on her page right now, there is still 50 posts. Nothing was taken down. So whatever you heard, you got from these lying YouTubers. Be careful listening to these liars who are always lying about, oh, they took down this and they took this off her site. They're lying. You got YouTubers saying Ashlee had another page that they took down. That's a lie too. Ashlee only have one page. Don't listen to these liars. Don't listen to all of these liars, guys. All they do is lie all day. And I'm tired of this mess. Tired of it. It's just sickening. Absolutely sickening how this woman was murdered and they just make up pages they just make up lies. She didn't have no other page. Like literally stop. 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 Like, stop it. We're focused on her page, her main Instagram. Anything else that y'all talking about, y'all just getting out of the blue. Y'all taking stuff that y'all see. The thing about the internet, man, is that when people hear other people say things, they keep running with it, and they don't even got no proof of nothing. Stop talking with no proof. Stop gossiping if you don't have receipts. The things that I showed shows everything that is happening. You understand? Let me block this idiot. He says, so everyone is wrong but you. Let me just get you out of here. All right, bye. We don't got time to waste with idiots, man. If you're going to come here and post stupid comments and just be an a-hole, leave. We don't got time for you. You're wasting everybody's time with this nonsense. You're not a fan of my work. You're not supporting my work. You're anti-truth. You don't want justice for Ashlee. You're most likely working with Joe. So stop it. Right? Let me see. So let's get back to the content, guys. So Joe's message goes as follow. It says, there are no adequate words to describe the total devastation, emptiness, and shock I feel after losing my best friend, confidant, and fiance, Ashlee Jenae Robinson. He's lying. That man is cold-hearted. He's not devastated. If he was devastated, he would have been on social media shedding tears. He would have been holding photos. He would have visited the family. He would have been on the news. He would have been literally in front of the spotlight proclaiming his innocence and just being transparent with the public. This man went ghost and went silent for weeks. This man is guilty. So all this stuff about devastation and emptiness, I'm not buying none of that stuff. This man is lying. This man is lying. For real, for real. Let me see. And shout out to everybody that's coming in, saying good morning, Ringo TV. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You're getting accurate information on this platform. We're giving you exclusive content. We literally just discovered on live that Ashlee Jenae's Instagram page was hijacked. It was tampered with. And I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if photos begin to be removed. Now, make sure y'all timestamp everything. She had 50 posts on her Instagram. If you see anything removed, Joe McCann did it. Anything removed from her page, Joe McCann did it. Period. Right? So, as of now, Joe McCann is acting as though he is mourning the loss of Ashlee Jenae. Do not buy that, guys. He is a suspect to a murder, and he need to turn himself into law enforcement. The feds need to get a hold of Joe's cell phone. We need Ashlee's cell phone recovered in this investigation. Guys, if I had the money and the resources, Joe would be arrested already. I don't know what's taking this so long, because I would be hiring all sorts of people to go after him, all sorts of people to investigate him, and literally, because he was the last person with this woman, and she ended up dead. Up to now, Zanzibar haven't given us nothing in regards to why they questioned Joe. It seemed like they were working with Joe. And remember, the African woman, Fumi, said that in Africa, you have to bribe people with money. Fumi said that Ashlee's family need a lot of money to bribe Africans to get to the truth. So who's to say Joe didn't do the same thing? Use his money to bribe the people in Africa to create a narrative to protect his public image, so it don't place him at the crime scene, right? So moving on, it says, as a father myself, I am also heartbroken for Ashlee's parents, Yolanda Endress and Harry Robinson. That's a lie, Joe. That's a lie. Where was all that energy when Ashlee died? Ashlee's family was like, we didn't even hear from Joe. We haven't heard from Joe. So when you say, I am also heartbroken for Ashlee's parents, you're full of shit. You're lying. Your letter is too late. You understand? I'm not buying it. And I can read through the lines. I already know you lying. See, if I was working in the FBI, if I was some sort of federal agent where I'm able to do cases like this, your ass would be in prison already. You'll be in hot cuffs long time ago. I'm not playing, because if I have all the resources as the FBI have disposed to them, I would have had you in handcuffs already, because I'm not stupid. I could read through this letter. I could tell this letter was used AI. AI was used to put this thing together, because a real person, a real human, do not talk like that. You know what I mean? You understand? Number two, you would have said this to the parents once they were allegedly grieving the loss of their daughter. You would have been contacted them right away and be like, hey, Mr. Robinson, Miss Andress, I'm gonna come visit you guys. I'm really, really shooken up by this. I know you have a lot of questions. I'm willing to talk to you guys. I'm not hiding nothing. I want to come see you guys face to face. I'm just a little nervous. I'm scared because this looks really, really bad. I don't know what to do. I'm really shooken up about this, but I'm gonna get on a flight. I'm gonna visit you guys. I just want you guys to listen to me and not overreact. I'm not hiding from nothing. You guys can ask me a million questions. I know y'all angry. I don't want you guys to feel like I had any involvement in this. I did not do nothing to your daughter. That is how a man is supposed to communicate with the family. You're supposed to be transparent, and you're supposed to go to them, and you're supposed to bear all in front of them. You, Joe, was hiding. You stayed away from the public. You were under a rock. You were invisible. And the family was on the media. They spoke with TMZ. They spoke with another news lady, and you were nowhere to be found. So save me all that garbage about you're heartbroken for Ashlee's family. No, you're not. You're lying. It goes on and says devoted fans knew Ashlee through her charismatic online persona. Really? You just saying that, fam. Because before Ashlee died, she had about 74K followers. Looking at her page, she really didn't even communicate with her viewers like that. I'm looking through her page. I don't see her really communicating with the viewers. She just posting pictures, lifestyle images, and so forth. So when you say devoted fans knew Ashlee through her charismatic online persona, you literally are saying this based on how her public image looked to the people, right? It says, but the person I love was Ashlee, a woman who embodied the virtues of compassion, empathy, kindness, generosity, and love. But these are the virtues you don't hold, Joe. You had no compassion when she passed. You had no empathy when she passed. No kindness, no generosity, no love. You showed nothing. You showed a cold spirit once Ashlee died, because all the headline news were all over social media. Your name was being dragged through the mud. And at no point did you come out and literally speak to the parents. You didn't go to the feds. You didn't even go to law enforcement in the United States to literally investigate this. Matter of fact, Joe, if you're supposed to be rich, a man that got over $45 million put away, why the fuck you didn't go to the FBI to launch an investigation on the death of your fiance? Why you, with your money and your power and your resources, why you didn't go to Zanzibar and get the footage needed so the parents can have what they need to bring closure to the case? Why you didn't do it if you got the resources? Why the parents had to put up a GoFundMe to get $64,000 if you got the money? How come you didn't foot the bill? How come you didn't fly the family out to Zanzibar? How come you didn't do this? Because you guilty, that's why. Hit that like button, y'all. Stop hating. We got 565 people. I'm still at 300 likes. What's going on? What's going on? If any other YouTuber bring this information out, the likes will be at 1,000 likes already. If the grifters are putting out this info, y'all hitting the like button all day. Ringo TV put out the truth, y'all hating. I don't understand that. What are you here for? Seriously speaking, why almost 600 people are here and nobody's hitting the like button? But yet y'all want to say y'all trying to get justice for Ashlee Jenae. But you hating me. Why watch me if you're not supporting the work that we do? It don't make no sense, man. This is crazy. Anyway, so it goes on and it says, where we at? Okay, a nurturing presence. Ashlee cared deeply for the people closest to her, which to my internal gratitude included me. But you didn't care for Ashlee because once Ashlee was murdered, you and the hotel created multiple narratives. The hotel claimed that they went to Ashlee's room, a staff member went to Ashlee's room, knocked on the door, and basically was checking to see how Ashlee was doing. Ashlee reportedly said, based on the narrative that Africans put out in Zanzibar, that Ashlee, because we can't verify that Ashlee said that. Why? Because Ashlee's dead. They're telling us that Ashlee said, oh, could you bring me a phone charger? Even though she's a lifestyle influencer, but for some reason she don't have a charger, that don't make sense, right? But let's go with the narrative. They claim that Ashlee asked for a charger. The staff member gave her a charger and claimed that Ashlee said, come back in 10 minutes. The staffer came back in 10 minutes, noticed that the lights in the room was off, and proceeded to use an emergency key card, which in my opinion is a violation of privacy. Why? Ashlee could be in the shower. Ashlee could be having sex. Ashlee could be asleep. Why would a staffer use an emergency key card to enter the room of a guest at a luxury resort? That makes no sense. Entering a room with an emergency key card would imply that there is an emergency. There is no emergency if you are bringing or you're coming back to the room. There's no emergency to use a key card. So something's wrong. Something is wrong with that picture of why this person entered that room. So we need that person to be brought up on charges and questioned by the FBI as well. So now it says that when that staffer opened the door, they discovered Ashlee dead. So now, if that's the case, if Ashlee was discovered dead by that staffer, explain to me why the hotel went on to also say that they learned about Ashlee being killed from Joe. So explain that to me now. Pass me a soda in there. Explain to me how the hotel claimed that Joe told them first that Ashlee was dead, if one of their own staff members claimed that they found Ashlee dead. So that means Joe was in that room too before the other person came in. So that means Ashlee and Joe never left the room. You see that? That means within that 10 minutes, something happened to Ashlee. So which one is it? Which one is it, man? Somebody's lying. Joe, if you really was separated from Ashlee, how is it that you end up in her room if you don't have the key? Explain that to me. How you end up in the room if you don't have the key? Because if they separated y'all because y'all fighting, why would they leave you with the key? So you could go in there and beat her up, choke her out, kill her? That would be negligence on the hotel, which means the parents can now sue the hotel. The parents of Ashlee can sue the hotel, the luxury resort, for millions for negligence for giving Joe the key so that he's able to go into that room even after them moving Ashlee. Furthermore, the family can sue the luxury resort for negligence. Watch this, guys, for separating them without notifying law enforcement of a possible domestic violence circumstance. Because if it's a luxury resort, Why would you separate them without contacting law enforcement? You're supposed to call the Zanzibar police so that they can document everything, so that when you separate them, if something happened, we know who's who. If the police was called when they were fighting, right, they would document Joe was there, Ashlee was there. Okay, now if Ashlee turned up dead, oh, somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to jail, y'all. So that's negligence on the hotel for not calling the police. Now watch this, gang. Watch this. If a man and a woman, if a husband and a wife is arguing in the house and they fighting, he put hands on her or she put hands on him. The normal thing that's supposed to be done is, let's say if you're a neighbor and you're hearing glass breaking, all sorts of stuff, what do? Call the cops. Cops pull up, they make a report, wellness check. Is everything okay, sir? Yeah, everything's all right. What's the problem? Well, we just got a call that there appears to be a disturbance at the residence of a lot of glass breaking, yelling, and screaming. Is your wife home? Yeah, she's good. She's asleep. We need to talk to her. Well, she's asleep right now, officer. You need to wake her up. Well, I ain't waking her up. Now at that point, the officers got to take things to the next level, because why? He's hiding something. You know what I'm saying? Just wake her up so we can clear the air real quick. Because we got to get the documents of the fact that you and her were arguing and fighting, so that if something go wrong, if somebody end up unalive, we taking somebody to jail because we have receipts that there was a disturbance at this residence. So if Ashlee and Jenae was fighting, right, there needs to be a police report showing what they were fighting about. Did someone physically harm someone? Did someone put hands on someone? Was there any hurts, lacerations, bruises? All of that supposed to be documented. Now, right, if everything seems to be cool, we separate them, but we got the police report. And that man is not allowed to go back in the room depending on the severity of the domestic disturbance, right? And he's not supposed to have a key card to access the room. So if they really moved Joe to another room and Joe discovered Ashlee's body, that means the hotel left Joe with a key, which means he was possibly able to go back to harm Ashlee. The story that they gave us of the hotel separating Ashlee and Joe was to give Joe an alibi that places him on another side of the resort, which means I was at the crime scene. So Ashlee must have took her life. It had nothing to do with me. Hotel moved me, gang. So whatever she did to hurt herself has nothing to do with me. But the question is, if Ashlee committed S-word, what was the motive? Why would she do that? Why would Ashlee want to take her life if Ashlee was successful, was engaged, celebrating her birthday? What's good? Why would she want to take her life? Joe got the answers to that. So Joe, that message you publish on social media, we not buying that garbage. You guilty. Turn yourself into the police ASAP. Just turn yourself in. Turn yourself in ASAP. Make it easy. It's going to get bad. All the information that I'm putting out, there might be federal agents that are watching these videos and they're like, damn, this guy is really good with his reporting. He's breaking this stuff down, making the case easy for us to investigate. So turn yourself in effective immediately, Joe. Just turn yourself into the feds. Just walk in there and just make it easy. That way we could prosecute you fast, give you your sentence in, and we could just get this thing over with. The more you drag this thing, the worse it's going to get. It's going to get bad. It's already getting bad, right? So let's get back to the content, guys. So it says, okay, Ashlee, the person I love was Ashlee. Okay, a woman who embodied the virtues of compassion, empathy, kindness, generosity, and love. A nurturing presence. Ashlee cared deeply for the people closest to her, which, to my internal gratitude, included me. She fattened me up with her amazing cooking. Now, again, Ashlee was a Trinidadian woman, so Ashlee most likely know how to cook. Shout out to all the Trinidadians. They know how to cook. Yeah, I know. So, so it goes on. It says her amazing cooking and had a great relationship with my kids. So Ashlee was basically a stepmom to Joe's kids, right? It says each day we shared both quiet moments of reflection and the many joys of being in love with each other, right? It says also, wait, excuse me. Ashlee was a loving soul, so much so that she called herself a lover gyal as an homage to her Trinidadian roots, in which she took great pride, which means most likely Ashlee was into uh Juve, Carnival, Labor Day parade. She probably went to New York and probably went to Trinidad to go to Carnival and all them thing, right? So it goes on and it says what Ashlee desired most was to become a mother and to raise a family together. There is no question that she would have been an amazing mom, but she's dead, Joe. So the question is, did you kill her? That's the question everybody want to know. Just answer the question because it looks bad on your part right now. It looks like you did it. Like no matter how you see it, it looks like you did it. No matter how you see it, no matter how you spin or slice this, if we were to ask the public, did Joe do it? 99.9% of the public would say you did it. 99.9% of the public would agree you did it. There's foul play written all over this case, and there's nothing you can say to defend yourself at this point, right? Um, Let me see. Somebody says you give too many versions and your story's not making no sense. Okay, let me put you on the block list. Bye. Right? You're not making no sense because you're not paying attention. Right? The versions that I'm given is the versions that is out there in the public. That's what's not making sense, dumbass. Is that Zanzibar put out all of these versions. See, the problem with you is that you're an idiot and you're not paying attention in class. I'm showing the people what is out there. You're telling me I'm not making sense. I'm trying to show your dumbass that the official story don't make no goddamn sense because they're the ones that put it out there. But because you're an idiot and you're not paying attention while I'm speaking, you're slow. Your brain is not computing. You're not processing the information fast enough. Do you see how I'm talking fluently? Ain't no teleprompter in front of me because it's coming from the heart. I'm good at what I do. You're not good at thinking or understanding. You're slow. Probably didn't graduate high school. You were at the bottom of the class, the dunce in the classroom, always having bad reports in school, bad report card, parents' night, father, mama, mad at you, grades are low. That was you because you don't understand basic English. That's the problem. You have to learn how to pay attention. You understand? So now, let's get back to the content. So it says that there is no question that she would have been an amazing mom. But somebody cut that life short. Here's the thing: if Ashlee desire was to become a mother, why would she kill herself? If Ashlee's desire was to become a mother and raise a family together with you, why would Ashlee take her own life? Why would Ashlee end it all if she desired to be a mother? It's not making no sense, guys. None of this stuff is making sense. Let me see. It says, okay, Ashlee's talents extended well beyond her online persona. Ashlee Jenae, she was a creative genius, even writing, directing, and acting in her own short films. She was an incredible decorator, always making sure our home reflect the current holiday or season. Let's park the car right there. Ashlee lived with Joe at their home. Now, if that's the facts based on this receipt, why Ashlee's mother and father didn't visit Joe's house to get answers? Why the news media didn't go to Joe's house to get answers? Why nobody talking about where Joe lived? If Ashlee's family knew Joe, how come they didn't know where he lived? If the daughter lived there. So you telling me the family never visit Joe's house? Is Joe living in a mansion in a nice community? Where is he living? See, nobody want to tell nobody where Joe live at, gang. They're protecting Joe. The family is protecting Joe. I promise you, Ashlee's family know where Joe lived, y'all. They know where he lived because her daughter was with this man. They know where he lived, fam. Look what Joe said. Joe said she was an incredible decorator, always making sure our home reflected the current holiday or season. You see that? So it goes on and it says, hosting was second nature to her, going above and beyond for the guests that we entertain. I'm like that as well. Like if I have like company, man, I tell you, I'm gonna make sure that you enjoy yourself. I am the type of guy that likes to entertain guests. Make sure you got food, drinks, we got music, everybody good. You know what I'm saying? Have a great time. That by the time you leave, it's like you want to be back again because it's just you just had fun. You really was able to just live your life. So, and being that she was Trinidadian, I could tell that I know how Trinidadians are. I know how Jamaicans are. I know how Guyanese are. I know how Panamanians are. They're very hospitable in terms of entertaining their guests. They cook, party, have fun, drink. You know, that's what they do. They know how to have a good time. So yeah, I would agree that she definitely must have had those qualities. Always making sure our home reflect the current holiday season. Hosting was second nature to her, going above and beyond for the guests that we entertain. Ashlee also had an encyclopedic knowledge of music, especially her favorite band, Aerosmith, which is a good band, by the way. She enjoyed techno and dancing, was learning to DJ and could rap too. See, all of these things sound nice. At the same time, coming from Joe, it don't. It sound like a different person, like a narcissist is talking. What I'm getting is narcissistic vibes from this message. It's like on one hand, we have a man who allegedly murdered this woman, and on another hand, we have this fiance who's talking, and it's not given smart. It's not making sense because the message sounds good, but his actions is not lining up with the message. If we look at the actions of Joe ever since Ashlee died, he been on a hiatus, hiding, being quiet, not coming into the public light, and it gives guilty. It gives guilty. So saying all of this now, I'm not buying this. I'm not. You know? Yeah, it's not. It's no emotion. And see, here's the thing. Uh, to all the ladies that are viewing, because you ladies, you have this ability that, I mean, us men, we're logical. I already know that Joe is full of shit. But from a woman's standpoint, I see one says there's no emotion. Let me see. It's not emotional to me. There's no emotion. So to all the ladies that are viewing, do you feel like that man is sincere in what he's saying? Or do you feel like he just made that up to save face for the public? Because as a woman, you have the ability to know when a man is serious. You know what I mean? Like if a man is really feeling you and he say, hey, baby, you know what I'm saying? We've been with each other for a minute and I'm really feeling you. You know what I mean? Like I can't even live without you. It's like, I don't even know how to put this in words. It's like the day we met, I always knew that you were the right woman, and I just don't even know how to express how I feel inside. I just want to be with you. You should be able, as a woman, to know that that man is being real with you. Like he's pouring out. He's serious. He's not lying. He may not say it perfectly and smooth like a like a soap opera or some sort of love novel, but you could tell by the way he's talking that he's being honest with you from the heart. So when I listen to this message from Joe, I know he's gaslighting the viewers. He's trying to save face. You know, it's not given love. It's not given that he cared because his actions to the family showed he don't care. Right? So it says Ashlee was an angel who shined her light on everyone fortunate enough to be in her presence. But Joe, she turned up dead. If Ashlee was an angel, why would an angel take their life? Explain that, Joe. Explain to the public why an angel, a good person who shines their light, and anyone that is in her presence is fortunate. Why would such a human being take their own life? Taking your life is a very wicked thing to do. It's very cold. It's shocking. It's just not good. That's not a good thing. And furthermore, I don't know why anybody's having a funeral talking about going home celebration if she took her own life. If she took her life, she went straight to hell. Let's just be honest. No sugarcoat. No sugarcoat. Because, everybody's talking about going to heaven and heaven's gates and having her on these flyers for the funeral with the pearly gates. Ain't going to be no pearly gates if she took her own life, man. Y'all know that. Thou shalt not kill. So if Ashlee killed herself, Ashlee didn't go to heaven. She didn't. She went to hell. I know that's bothering some of y'all, but let's just be honest. People who take their life, they don't go to heaven. So that's not going to answer. That's not going to solve it because Ashlee had an old post on her social media that said, taking your life, or I think it said something along, S word is never the answer. Meaning taking your own life is never the answer. She posted that on social media. So why would she post that on social media and then go and take her own life? It makes no sense. It don't make no sense. Why is this person coming in here says never forget MJ 23 invest prisons? Listen, it is 2026 and you guys are still publishing gossip. Listen to me. I'm gonna say this. This is the last time I'm saying this. Michael Jordan, the NBA baller Hall of Famer, is not the guy that you are referring to. That is a white man who his name is Michael Jordan, who invests in prisons. Please do your effing research. I am tired of you guys. Keep bringing up. What the hell are you talking about that in this topic for? It's 2026 and people are still spreading stupid stuff, bro. And they do this stuff to try to make it seem like the black man is investing in prisons. It's a white man named Michael Jordan. Do your research and stop being dumb. A simple Google search will show you that. People are so dumb, bro. Anyway, back to the content. Like, why these people show up here? I don't know, man. Weirdos, bro. So Ashlee was an angel who shined her light on everyone fortunate enough to be in her presence. There is no way to fill the unfillable void left by Ashlee's passing. By Ashlee's passing? What do you mean passing? Joe, I don't know why you're using ChatGPT to make this message, but you saying Ashlee's passing. Ashlee, according to the official story, is said to have taken her life. She didn't pass away. She took her life, right? So why are you saying Ashlee's passing like she just passed away of natural causes? No. Somebody murdered her and you're a suspect. And this is the problem I got with this message. You're gaslighting these viewers. You're talking as if though you weren't there. You're talking like you weren't at the hotel. You're talking as if though you're not the same guy that the media said had a fight with Ashlee. You're guilty, bro. You're guilty. Ashlee's passing has no way to make sense of this unfathomable loss. All we can do is carry on Ashlee's legacy of helping others and striving to live up to her virtues every single day. Okay, you said what we can do is carry on Ashlee's legacy of helping others. Okay, when did Ashlee help others? I'll wait. Where's the receipts of Ashlee helping others? Because you're telling us to carry on the legacy. Bro, you're supposed to go turn yourself in for murder at this point. We're not buying this message. We're not buying this garbage. And I don't know if the message is still on his social media, because a lot of times people take these things down. Like they'll publish it and then they'll delete it. You know what I'm saying? Because normally when TMZ get this information, people end up taking it down from their page. So now, why the family of Ashlee didn't invite Joe to the funeral? Because they're working with Joe. They're working with Joe, guys. They're protecting Joe's bottom line. I know it's kind of premature to put it all together, but you got to understand the signs, guys. The signs are always there. There's always red flags and signs. When throughout life, wherever we go, there's signs. Signs are there to keep you focused. You know, you can't get lost when signs are there. When you're driving, even if you don't know the area, if you just pay attention to the signs, you'll get the directions you need. When we look at the family with the funeral was a Masonic funeral. People were in black and white. I pick up on all the clues. I'm very good with my investigative news reporting. The YouTuber Trend, he's working with the family. He's a fraud, a grifter, an opportunist who was at a funeral doing content, monetizing to make money on YouTube. Very, very diabolical and sick of him to do that. He gave us a lot of information that incriminates the family because of a lot of factors. We're going to get into that in another video where we're going to react to his video. I was supposed to do that video on tonight. Well, not tonight because it's another day, but I had got me some rest before. I was supposed to go live at around 10 p.m. yesterday. And I was just tired. Like I literally had everything set. I was ready to go live. I was all excited, ready to come on. And I was working all day on the yard, doing a lot of yard work, very, very tired in the hot sun, 80 degrees. And I just said, you know what, let me go lay down real fast and I'll get back up and do the live. And I was just knocked out. And then when I got up, I was like, I think it was like 12 something. I was like, I got to go live. And then when I checked the computer, I saw that, Joe made a public statement. So I said, you know what, let me do that. And I'll save the other video for later today. And we'll deal with the funeral situation because it's very, very heavy. A lot of information to unpack. But I want you guys to understand the signs. The family is protecting Joe while making it look like they're against Joe. They're playing double paper. It's a strategy that is done a lot to distract people. And I'm going to help you guys not to be distracted. Number one, the family never publicly said that they believe Joe murdered their daughter. So for the family not to invite Joe would imply that they believe Joe did it, right? Yeah, it would imply that. But if they never made a public statement, we can't use that. We can't. But it implies that they believe there's some foul play and Joe have something to do with it. Because if the family want answers, the answers can come from Joe because Joe was there. So why would they not want to invite him? It's crazy. They're protecting him because they know TMZ was there, news media was there, various people was there waiting to see what's going on. And if Joe would have showed up, it would have been headline news. Joe was at the funeral. It would have been crazy. You know, it would have been a crazy thing. So the family not inviting him was actually them working with him behind the scenes to protect him. I feel, this is just my opinion, I believe that Ashlee's family is in communication with Joe low key, and they're working with him, and they're putting things out little by little. And in the end, it's going to all come together where there's going to be a day moving forward where you're going to see publications in the news media that Joe reached out to the family, X, Y, and Z, woo, woo, woo. I'm giving you the exclusive here now, trying to let you know what's coming down the pipeline because I've seen these things happen many times. Joe is trying to ease his way back into the family's good graces after letting everything cool down because his public image is that he's the one who took Ashlee's out. And right now, he's trying to rebuild his public image by publishing this message that TMZ reported on yesterday. And I'm not buying it. It's not sincere. There's nothing in it that helps the case. There's nothing in this message that tells us that he's working with the family to seek justice. It's like Ashlee just died and nobody cares, man. And here's another thing. If Joe published this info, what is Ashlee's family saying about this? What is Ashlee's father saying in response to Joe's public statement? Being that Joe put out this public statement, does that mean that Ashlee's father now would like to meet Joe? You see that? Again, this is a play to set up the meeting between Joe and the family so they could put out some new information to try to paint it as if though Joe had nothing to do with Ashlee's death, that the hotel did it or somebody at the hotel did it. You get what I'm saying? And it's all one big play. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all, guys. I'm not buying it. Ashlee was murdered, and these folks know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what's going on, and they're covering everything up, guys. They're covering everything up. Joe has finally come out of the woodworks in order to make it look like he's grieving the loss of Ashlee. That's what's going on right now. He's trying to make it look like he's a grieving fiance. Don't buy that, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the pressure on Joe. Joe was nowhere around when Ashlee died. He didn't make no public statements. He never said what he did to her. Nobody don't know. Was Ashlee beaten? Why the family not talking? Why the family not telling us the condition of the body when they received it? Did the body, was all the organs in Ashlee's body intact? Did they remove anything? Why the family not talking about that, guys? Did the family sell Ashlee's organs? You got to understand, gang. Listen to me, man. Organs. Listen, bro. I know I'm right, bro. I don't care how many people don't like me or disagree or hate. When I tell you them organs are gone, bro. Them organs are gone, man. And it's difficult to get a match. A lot of times people be thinking that when somebody need organs, they could just get anything and we good. No. Sometimes it got to be a match. The perfect match. And sometimes a person can have the perfect match and they set them up, bro. I don't believe this man. This man is guilty, man. This man is guilty. You can see it in his eyes, man. He murdered her. She ain't stand a chance, man. She didn't stand a chance. 31 years old, bro. Had her whole life ahead of her. And for whatever reason, gone. But now, gang, I don't know if you guys see it. I don't know. Could you guys see it? Could you guys point it out? Or do I got to point it out? There's something on the screen. I want to see who's intelligent. Who can see it? This is getting deep, man. The rabbit hole is getting deeper. Could anybody see it? Could anybody see it? Let me see if I could do this. Could anybody see it? Could anybody see it? Could anybody see it? Nobody can see it? The Baphomet earrings, bro. I'm telling you, man, this is getting weird, bro. Ashlee was wearing the Baphomet earrings, bro. Illuminati. It's a blood sacrifice ritual, bro. The earrings with the goat, the Baphomet star. Earrings. That's a satanic earring, fam. No matter how you see it. This situation is a ritual, fam. That's why I said it spells Freemason on it, because if you look at the funeral, everybody was dressed in black and white. Black and white, fam. See the earrings? You see that? Let me see. Patricia says, stop chatting shit. Why you here watching? Why you watching me for? Answer that question. Why are you watching me? Because I know you're Trinidadian. Because you're wording. Stop chatting shit. You're Trinidadian, right? I know. But the question is, why are you watching me for? I know you're Trinidadian. I want to know. It's like, if you believe I'm chatting shit, then something wrong with you to be watching me. It don't make no sense. It's like people are just hating me. That's not going to bring Ashlee back. Ashlee dead. Ashlee is gone. That guy right there, he's a suspect. Why you not mad with him? Why you're not mad with Joe? You mad with me. But you're not mad with Joe? That don't make no sense. How you going to be mad with me and not mad with Joe? It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I don't know why they watch me and they don't even like what I talk about. It's just like it makes them look dumb. Like, I would not be disrespecting someone who is fighting for Ashlee's justice. It doesn't make any sense. You're making yourself look stupid. Nobody else ain't doing the work. The family is working with Joe. I keep saying this over and over, man. I don't trust the father. The father could be into some sort of Freemason type stuff, some sort of fraternity type thing. This is a ritualistic murder. And the YouTuber Trent, that fraud grifter, he pretty much said that one side was wearing black, the other side was wearing white. So when you think about that, that's checkered style Freemason, Illuminati. It's a Freemason, a Masonic type funeral. And I don't even believe that Ashlee was even in the casket. I don't believe nobody saw Ashlee. And you know what's even more shocking, guys? I'm going to talk about it when we review the funeral video. Trent said Ashlee's mother and father never got up to speak on behalf of their daughter. They didn't even speak. Yeah. You know how when you go to a funeral and people go up to the podium, share their thoughts, cry, whatever. They said Ashlee's mother and father didn't say a word. That speaks volumes to me. That tells me everything. Tells me they didn't love him. They didn't love her. I am serious. Because the YouTuber Trent, he was at the funeral place and he was there basically clout chasing and grifting for views and clicks. Y'all should tell him about himself because I think he's a hypocrite and an idiot for even going there to a funeral to do content recording. That don't even make no sense. That's so disrespectful. And he was acting like, oh, I'm trying to be respectful to the family. No, you're not. If you're doing content at the funeral place, you're being disrespectful. Because if I was the family members and I saw you outside with your damn camera, I'm coming at you. What the hell what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If they say they don't want no cameras in the place or no pictures taken, why are you outside filming for? Like you bugging, bro. That was so out of pocket. And you scared. You know how? Because you were way far away. You were far away. The church was all the way down there. You all the way somewhere else filming with them in the background. Why are you doing that for? Why don't you stand right there outside? You knew you weren't supposed to because you knew those people would have flipped on you. That's crazy. These YouTubers will do anything for money, bro. Anything. This is wild, man. Absolutely wild. But yeah, the family is working with Joe. They're definitely working with Joe. Let me see this comment here. It says, Joe is a narcissist. They are monsters and can turn on you in the instant. They are violent and brutal. That letter, Joe has listed all the things he envied about her and all the things he wished he was. You got a point. You got a point. He did mention all her talents, all the things she do. And with most narcissists, when narcissists see a talented person, normally what they want to do is harvest your energy. They want to take from you. They want to take your life force, the thing that drives you, the thing that motivates you to do what you do. They want to take that energy so they can prosper off of your likeness once you're dead, so that that force comes on them, and now they're able to prosper themselves. You know, if you have a narcissist in your life, you got to cut them off. Cut them off. Once you cut them off, you'll see them start switching and changing. I recently had to cut somebody off that pretty much was mimicking everything that I do. Those of you that know, you know about that content creator that I had cut off. If you go to that very same content creator's platform, that dude deleted all his videos, all his live streams, changed his intro, changed everything, trying to pivot over into something different. You know why? The whole time he was copying me. And once I cut him off, everything was off. Resources, support, everything. He knew he couldn't stand no more. He had to switch his whole platform. Go see for yourself. Those of you that know, go check for yourself. And you're going to be like, what the heck? This dude just changed his whole life. Yeah, that's a narcissist for you. That's a narcissist, man. If you know you got a narcissist in your life, cut them off immediately because they will destroy your life. They'll try to get you killed. They'll try to steal from you. They'll lie. They'll sabotage business, relationships. Before you know it, you're wondering why all your business relationships are being severed. Like, what the heck is going on? Hey, yo, Mark, what's going on, Mark? What? You don't want me to attend? Why? What do you mean? I never. All right, forget it. People turning you down. You wondering why they turning you down? Why everybody growing cold? Because that narcissist goes to everybody to try to sabotage your life. People are horrible, man. I'm going to get back into doing my videos about the narcissist and also talking about other relevant topics in terms of protecting your peace, your energy, and enjoying your solitude, because Ashlee had her energy stripped from her from Joe. Joe wanted her energy. She had a certain energy about her. He listed it in the message. He said that she was a light. Ashlee was a light. Narcissists, they thrive off of people that got the light, people that are chosen, that have the it factor. Like some of you folks that are here, right? When you enter, this is how you know when you got it. Have you ever walked into a store, right? You pulled up in your car, you parked your car, you went into the store was empty. There was nobody in the store. As soon as you walked in the store, all of a sudden everybody started coming in the store. Business starts showing up. Money start coming into the store. All of a sudden everybody in the store shopping. But it was empty when you came in. But all of a sudden everybody started coming in. You brought them in. Your energy. Your energy brought prosperity in. Brothers, have you ever went to the barbershop? And we're not talking about going to the barbershop early in the morning. You went to the barbershop when it was like midday, and you thought it would have people, but nobody was in the shop. You was able to just jump in the chair right away. But as soon as you did that, all of a sudden people started coming in the shop, customers. And you're like, all of a sudden 10 people in there. You brought them in there, your energy. So what happens with the narcissist, the reason why the narcissists connect themselves to people that are chosen, people that have the it factor, people that have the light, people that have the energy, is because you have something on you and you don't even know the power. You got something on you that literally causes everything to be good. You bring prosperity, you bring health, you bring excitement, you bring entertainment, you bring all this nice energy. And they want to cling to your energy so that they can benefit from you. And now what happened is you end up feeling drained, tired. You feel like, man, I feel like I'm being used. You're like, what's going on? Well, the person who's a narcissist, they're draining your life. That's why you feel so tired when you're around such people. Whether you have a narcissist boyfriend, or narcissist girlfriend, narcissist husband, narcissist wife, narcissist co-workers, whatever the case is, them people going to drain you. So you got to cut them off, guys. You got to cut them off. Now is the season, right now, to cut them off. Don't go into the summertime and you still connected to people that are weird, you know? But yeah, man. We're going to talk more about this, guys. I just wanted to cover this news that, Ashlee Jenae's fiance, Joe McCann, finally breaks his silence. Finally breaks his silence after being questioned by cops. But here's the thing. He didn't tell us what the cops told him, nor did he tell us who he's working with or why, what he told. Okay, Joe, what did you tell the cops? What did you tell them? Because if you're cooperating with an investigation, what did you tell the cops? That somebody else did it? What's going on? See, I cannot stand the secrecy. I can't stand all this secret. Everything is a secret. You know? I appreciate that comment. I can watch Ringo the whole day. Appreciate the comments. You know? Trust and believe. There are people that their entire work shift, they'll have my content plan and it get them through. It gets them through their whole work day. I had, when I was on a 9 to 5, when I was living in New York, I had certain content creators that I frequent back then, and I would literally turn on their content because they would come on in the morning, and I'll be at work, literally working on, machines, boilers, this, that, all sorts of stuff, and their content literally got me through the day. It was like, it was entertaining, it was educational, and it was relaxing. I was literally able to get through my day. So it definitely helps a lot of people. But Joe, guys, again, those of you that are in here, I don't know if you've seen the part. I might have to clip the video to show those sections, but Joe tampered with Ashlee's cell phone. We showed the proof in this live stream. He did. I showed the facts that when Ashlee died, she was following 1,150 people on Instagram. And this receipt came from April 12th. Ashlee died on the 9th. As of today, on we call it May 6th, Ashlee's Instagram, somebody removed one of the people she was following. That can only be done if somebody have her cell phone. And the only person who could have access to Ashlee's cell phone is Joe. Now, who was the person that was removed? Was it someone that Ashlee was in communication with? Did Joe remove messages from Ashlee's DMs? Was there a fight over someone that Ashlee was following? Was it a man? Was Ashlee communicating with a man on her phone and Joe removed that person she was following by blocking them? Only on Ringo TV, gang, will we ask the best questions and do full breakdowns. Now, guys, if you see any other YouTuber regurgitating the things that you heard in this live stream, unfollow them, turn them off, close up shop. Don't listen to secondhand, third-hand information of people regurgitating my knowledge and commentary. It's one thing if somebody's reacting to my video, if somebody's doing a reaction and you see them playing my video and they're giving their own perspective and commentary based on the things that I talk about, that's one thing. That's welcome. That's protected under fair use. But if somebody steals the things that I'm telling you guys and they repackage it as if though they're telling you something new, turn them off and unfollow them. Don't give those people views and clicks and help them to make money when they're stealing from my work. If you enjoy my work, you're supposed to respect it enough to call out the frauds when you see them in the act of stealing my intellectual properties. So we're going to get up and out of here, guys. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you like my work, you respect my time, you respect the things that I talked about throughout this live stream, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for all so that you could be notified. Tell a friend about the platform. Share my videos, gang. Share the link. Put it on Facebook. Put it here. Put it on Twitter. Get these videos out there, fam, so people can know what we do over here. I'm doing the best work in regards to the Ashlee Jenae case, and it's not reaching people the way it's supposed to, man. You got creators that are lying to y'all every day, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views, man. Hundreds of thousands. And they're being rewarded for lying. That's crazy. I don't know what's the matter with these lies, man. There's so many AI channels doing videos with Ashlee. So many grifters, fakes. It's just sick, man. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate those of you that took the time to watch, those of you that tune in, those of you that support the show. If you would like to support the show financially, guys, and you appreciate the work and my time, and you want to contribute to the work that we do here, you can do so via $ Ringo TV Raw, pretty much to use my Cash App. That's $ Ringo TV Raw. You can find my Cash App in the video description so that you don't make the mistake of Cash Apping somebody else by mistake. Could that happen? If you want to use PayPal, I have a PayPal link there as well. Those of you that support the work, I appreciate it. You keep the lights on. You keep us doing what we got to do. That's how I was able to get this screen to put in the video. I told you guys I was getting the screen. Those of you that support the videos, I went and picked up this screen at Walmart so that I can have this here and we could do what we need to do. I literally have the image inverted because when you're using an iPhone, you get the mirror image. So what happened is on my laptop, I had it reversed. So the words are backwards. I did that purposely. So on the screen, you can see it the proper way. Hopefully, iPhone will give away like how Galaxy phones. With Galaxy phones, they don't do this garbage where they reverse the image. Matter of fact, what we need, YouTube, if you're listening right now, is there a feature where you can flip the video? Maybe there's a feature on YouTube, I just don't know. But is there a feature on YouTube where you can flip your own video? Because if that's the case, all I got to do is go into the YouTube Studio Editor and just flip the live stream. That way it can be flipped the right way. But if I do it now with this video, it'll flip this, you know? But I don't know. I'll check. I'll Google it and see if YouTube have that feature. Because if they do, it'll solve this problem, right? So guys, we're gonna get up on out of here. Again, I appreciate all of those that rock with the platform. Without you guys, I don't have a channel. I appreciate your time taking out this moment to actually listen to things that I gotta say. I love to talk, guys. I love to share my thoughts in regards to these cases. I hope that this message was educational to you. I hope that you find value in it and that you will consider the information that Joe McCann right now is acting as if though he is grieving the loss of Ashlee. Don't buy that. The man needs to turn himself into law enforcement and just admit to what was done and stop. Joe, we don't believe you. The message you put out, we don't believe you. We know you did something to Ashlee. So just stop. Stop. You weren't invited to the funeral by the family, and right after the funeral is over, now you want to put out a statement? Man, stop. You ain't even talk about the case. You ain't even talk about what Zanzibar gave you, what the investigators told you, and where is the autopsy results for Ashlee. I mean, this man is a joke, bro. Anyway, guys, I got a lot of content to cover in regards to the case and other topics as well. So y'all take care. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Everybody that support the shows. Yeah, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'm hungry. So I'm out, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. We got literally 600 people, man. I'm still stuck at 400 likes. Y'all doing me dirty, man. Hit the like button, guys.